Title: The Curse of the Smart Mirror. Lucy had always loved her technology, her smartphone, her sleek laptop, and most importantly, her brand new smart mirror. It was a birthday gift from her parents, a piece of tech that promised to make her life easier and more stylish. The mirror could show her the news, weather, and even stream music while she got ready. But beneath its polished surface, it hid something dark. The evening after her birthday, Lucy stood in her room, admiring her reflection in the smart mirror. She gazed at the sleek interface, fascinated as it displayed messages, weather updates, and notifications from social media. That night, she received an unusual alert. Would you like to know your future? A mix of curiosity and apprehension bubbled inside her. What could it mean? With a nervous chuckle, she voiced her response, sure, why not? The mirror pulsed softly, and then a strange yet captivating glow enveloped her reflection. Instead of displaying the typical apps, it shifted into an almost dreamlike state. In the depths of the mirror, shadowy silhouettes began to swirl, and Lucy caught glimpses of herself, first looking happy at a party, surrounded by friends, then frowning, alone in a blank room, and finally, her face distorted in horror. It was a montage of moments that hadn't happened yet, snippets of joy and despair that sent chills down her spine. Is this real? Is this a prank? She muttered to herself. The glow faded, and the mirror returned to normal. But Lucy couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. Shaking her head, she dismissed it as a malfunction, choosing to go to bed instead, leaving her phone charging next to the mirror. The next morning, she awoke to find her phone buzzing with messages about the party her friends had planned for the weekend. Yet, as she got ready, the mirror splashed new information across its surface. A tragedy will occur. Not my problem. She laughed nervously, trying to brush it off. Life continued as usual until that night, when Lucy went to the party. While everyone else danced and laughed, she couldn't shake the creeping sensation that someone was watching, lurking just beyond the walls of the house. But what haunted her was the reflection she saw in the smart mirror before leaving, the glimpse of her future horrifyingly magnified. A dark silhouette brushing against her shoulder as she leaned against the mirror, her reflection giving a plaintive scream while she stood there unaware. The thought of that moment stuck in her head, amplifying her paranoia all night. After the party, Lucy decided to skip sleeping and trudge back to the solace of her room. She flopped on her bed, anxiously checking her messages about how much fun her friends had. But despite the cheerful texts, she felt an irrational sense of dread. She turned to the mirror, half hoping it would have changed its tune. Show me something good, she demanded, her tone more commanding than pleading. The mirror flickered before returning to the trance-like state it had before. A tragedy is coming. Watch closely, it echoed, and this time the images it revealed were unmistakable. Friends, laughing, and then chaos. A blur of movement, glasses shattering, and a terrifying face that loomed out from behind. It was as if the dark shadow was reaching for her in every frame. Panic seized her, and Lucy grabbed her phone, hastily dialing her best friend, Jenna. Jenna, you have to listen to me. I saw something in the mirror. You've got to be careful. Her heart raced as she spoke, the specter of fear wrapping tighter around her throat. What do you mean, Lucy? Calm down. You're scaring me, Jenna replied, her voice sharp with confusion. The call dropped, static crackling through the line. Then the mirror flashed, showing yet another vision, and Lucy staggered backward, nearly tripping over her own feet. This time it wasn't just shadows, it was the dark figure materializing right in her room, reaching through to grasp her. It felt chillingly real and impossibly entwined with the very essence of the mirror. She backed up, trembling, her eyes wide with terror. That darkness, something that lingered, grew stronger as she drew the phone closer for light. Get away, this isn't funny, she yelled at the mirror. Just then, the shadows solidified. An icy hand shot out from the mirror, grabbing her wrist, pulling her forward, threatening to engulf her in its cold embrace. Lucy screamed, trying to pull away. With every ounce of strength, she yanked herself free, knocking over a potted plant onto the screen. The mirror cracked, and in that moment, the darkness within shattered too, releasing its hold. As it faded, the whispering voice turned into a shriek that echoed in her room, words of finality crashing against her senses. Bewildered yet resolute, she grabbed her phone and fled into the night. She vowed never to return, not just to the mirror, but to trust technology blindly. Lucy kept running, her heart pounding as the moon shone above, as far away as could be from that cursed reflection, the ghostly echo of that dark warning still ringing in her ears. Life may be unpredictable, but she learned that some things are better left unseen, the haunted, hidden within the realms of technology.